The Golden Bachelor, Gary. They tried to take this man down at his final hours of reality TV. Right around the time of the Golden Bachelor finale, which was Thursday night, like a couple days before, the Hollywood Reporter released this article about Gary from a woman, anonymous, that he dated right after his wife passed.
Yep.
They dated
quickly after,
like a month after. They dated for a couple years, and apparently, according to this article, this woman said that Gary wasn't so nice.
Yep.
And now I just have to say, they will try to take down anybody these days.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're a 72-year-old man trying to find love on the Golden Bachelor.
They will dig for those skeletons.
Dig from what you did in those 72 years of life.
Yep.
And they will find something to bring you down.
I know. There was also some question marks around his job because on the show he was called a retired restaurateur, I believe. And his LinkedIn wasn't lining up. Like it was like, his LinkedIn last post on his LinkedIn was years and years ago when they found other jobs that he's done since then and other people that he's worked with or been employed by. And I'm reading this and I was just like, we're expecting a 60 at that time, right? Like 60 plus year old guy to like be updating his LinkedIn all the time. Like, I don't know. It just felt like we were reaching a little bit. And
like, are we supposed to care about this?
I understand. And look, I get it. This woman who dated Gary clearly had a bad experience.
She's jealous. She's watching him on TV.
Yeah, it did not end. It didn't go well. Gary was clearly not the nicest guy in that relationship.
Yeah.
And that is her side, that's her side of the story. Gary's been asked about it a little bit. He's like, I'm not going to, I'm so happy in the present, not going to comment on my past behavior. Like, I don't know. Losing your wife, probably super traumatic. I would assume.
Right.
And you're jumping into a new relationship right after. Maybe you are kind of a dick.
Right. And I also think at 72 years old, he's probably like, what the fuck am I going to apologize for? You know what I mean? He's probably like, oh my God, I got to do a public apology about this. Like, in his eyes, he's probably like, he's lived a life.
Yeah.
He's probably exhausted. Like, what am I going to do? Sit here and apologize at 72 years old about a relationship that that wasn't the best?
Yeah.
He just lost his wife. Now, are we making excuses? Maybe.
We might be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think trying to take down this man for whatever reason.
Look, this woman is valid.
I was expecting to read something crazy.
Yeah,
of course, if Gary did something that we felt like Gary should be punished for, we would say it.
Yeah.
But reading this
just sounds like he was kind of an asshole.
It just sounds like he was like a little bit of an asshole after his wife died.
Yeah.
Maybe not a little bit, maybe a lot of bit of an asshole after his wife died.
Yep.
And he shouldn't have jumped into a relationship so soon.
Yep.
And he made some not so nice comments to the person he was dating. And maybe he didn't update his LinkedIn. Sue him.
Yeah.
But I think at 72 years old,
and she wanted to share this story.
You're probably going to find something where he was maybe a little bit of an asshole at some point in his 72-year-old life.
I know. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this woman, very valid in, like, being pissed off, right? Like, that feeling has got to suck. When you know this guy did not treat you well and he is plastered all over television as this amazing man and he's just
this noble gentleman.
He hasn't found love since his wife died and he's looking for a relationship when it sounds like Gary may have been a little bit of a dog after his wife.
Gary was
after his wife died.
Like, Gary is a dog. I mean, we saw it on the show.
Gary dated multiple people. Yeah. And 100%. We also remember we're watching a reality TV show where they are selling us this picture perfect older man looking for love. Like, what are they? They're not going to tell us like, oh, well, Gary has had a few relationships since his wife died. They all failed.
Yeah, right. They need to paint a story.
They're going to sell us the story that, oh, God, this poor lonely man, after his wife died, he's been all alone, just waiting for the right person to come around. Because that's the story The Bachelor sells us.
Yeah, and maybe Gary didn't even tell them about his past relationships.
Yeah.
Maybe The Bachelor's selling a story that Gary sold to them. Maybe Gary is a story seller.
Yeah, it's...
Now they have me. Now they have me.
Well, you know
production,
production,
but only
is,
because I find this to be funny.
It's
like
yeah.
Of course, this woman, if she really, had a traumatic experience with Gary, I feel sorry for her, and that sucks that Gary was an asshole to her, and I'm sorry to her. But there's just something I think we can all admit is a little bit funny about people trying to cancel this 72-year-old golden bachelor man that they have painted as this like sweet old man. Like there are tons of celebrities and actors that are that age that if they done something really bad,
there's been plenty in Hollywood of older guys who have done some bad shit.
Older people can be canceled. I want that to be, or whatever the word is,
held accountable for their terrible actions.
Better way to word that.
Yeah.
It's just like the Golden Bachelor.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.